Did you know that by the time a man is in his late 40s and on into his 50s, 50% are going to have prostate issues? And that could turn into prostate cancer. Now, as men age, that percentage rises. So by the time a man's in his 70s, 80s, and 90s, almost 90% of men are going to have issues and health issues, if not cancer in their prostate. This is a huge topic for me. I've had a couple people in my life pass away because of prostate cancer, and so I really want to get this information out there. I'm Melissa Mango, and I am a clinical hypnotherapist as well as a holistic sex educator, and today's video is going to be about the second chakra, the prostate, and that whole area inside of a man that a lot of us seem to not know much about, or maybe a little nervous to even explore. So first I want to talk about that whole area. When we have aches and pains in our bodies, like for instance, if we have some issues in our shoulders or our back, we want to get to the root of it. We always want to find a way to either massage it out and work with it. And so I want to let people know that the prostate and the second chakra inside of a man should be viewed as body work and an area in the body that really needs attention. Now, for those that don't know what the prostate is, it's basically a gland the size of a walnut, essentially, and it surrounds the urethra, and it sits just below the bladder, and its job essentially is to push out impurities in the body, and it creates or produces the seminal fluid that goes out with the sperm, and it protects it and makes sure it goes out. This is also referred to or looked at as a hot organ and a detoxifying organ, similar to the skin, the eyes, and the digestive tract. So if you think of it like that, it's basically a gland that will capture, or it can get like stagnant, like the skin, the eyes, and the digestive tract. It can get stuck with impurities and even calcify. And so this is why we have a lot of issues. Men have issues the older they get, because if it's not being detoxified and also cleansed out, it's building up, and pretty soon you're going to have some big issues with this. So there's a few different ways that you can detox this gland, and that's to ejaculate fairly regularly. Now, I'm not going to get into the Taoist philosophy, which is to hold the ejaculate and get too deep into that. But even the Taoists, when they want to reserve their ejaculate and reserve that energy, they still say, let the energy go at least once a month. So if you're, say, a man and you're not sexually active, or you're not, at least doing it once a month, you've got that accumulation there. So it's important that you do that. Also, the older you get, say you don't have a partner, or say you're not interested in self-pleasure or whatever, that can build up. Also, if your diet, if there's things in your diet that aren't the greatest, and that's a whole nother video, but that can accumulate there in the prostate. And so it's important for us to understand how it works and then what to do about it. So let's see. Some issues that you could be having already without really knowing it, or some things to look out for as you get older. If you have trouble urinating, if you have erectile dysfunction, or if there's blood in your semen, or say the stream of your urine is kind of like trickling, those are signs that it's enlarged and it's already having issues. Now, if you're in your 20s and 30s, this is a great practice to pick up now so that you don't have issues in the future and as you age. You want to keep that gland nice and supple and detoxified. There's a couple of men in our community and in our world that don't have these issues, and can you guess who they are? There's two types that I know of, and I'm sure there's probably more, but people that are men that are into Tantra and men that are into Taoist practices, because these two groups of people, of men, practice both doing it in a sexual way, but also doing it in a more medical way, a preventative measure of clearing out the prostate. And so there's a couple ways you can explore this area and also get the health benefits. You could approach it more medically, like from a medical, more like you're doing body work on yourself. And you can do it on yourself. It's that probably requires a whole nother video, but look into ways, and you might scan through my videos and see if I've posted it already. But there's a way that you can do this for yourself. using your own finger, using a glove, of course, using plenty of lubricant, and understanding where to find it in yourself if you don't already know where this is. But there's a way that you can just take 10 minutes out of your day in the morning and massage this area and be able to even milk it and get those impurities out. Now, if you want to have a friend or lover do this and turn it into like a really sensual bodywork session, you can do that too. And there's plenty of information online as well. One book that I do recommend is by a friend and colleague is Charlie Glickman, and he wrote The Ultimate Guide to Prostate Pleasure. This book is awesome. Now, if you want to approach it from a more medical standpoint and like you want to look out for your health but you're not really interested in the pleasure aspects of it, this book is great for you. Now, if you're looking to do what they call anal play and get into it for the pleasure of it, this is a great book as well. So as far as the pleasure goes, if you explore your prostate, you can really help a man learn how to prolong ejaculation, also be able to separate ejaculation from orgasm. So massaging this area and getting really comfortable with this area, there's the benefits as far as the pleasure goes. Let me look at my little notes. I wrote a bunch of stuff down here. The other piece that I want to mention too around the second chakra in men is we have our prostate gland, and then if you move back closer to the anus, we have like where's my words? The perineum. You have what's called the second chakra, and these are centers in the body, energy centers, energy gates within the body. And so it's important, if we want that energy to really flow, the first one I like to work with and have people even work on themselves is the second chakra, the base chakra. And you can do that externally and you can do it internally. So just working that whole area. Now, if you're someone that feels really uptight and a lot of like anxiety and really upset, this would be a great exercise for you to do if you do it internally or externally. You can do it on yourself, but really like releasing that tension, because we can get really stressed out and really like preoccupied with our busy lives and really just stressed out and pushed to our limits. And so we can really like hold a lot of energy there around our prostate, but also our second chakra, which is in the same area. So if you're someone that's, super stressed out or feeling not very grounded or not very safe, unable to really express yourself and feeling kind of stuck and kind of shut down, this would be a good area to explore. Now, if you're feeling, once you work with that area, you're going to feel a lot more happy, a lot more open. One article that I really enjoyed reading was also written by Charlie Glickman. You can check out his blog, but it's called Tight Ass. But he talks more in detail about this. We have all this stuck energy there, and like, how do we deal with it, and why would we want to? So I hope this was helpful for a lot of you. Please do yourself a favor. Do the men in your life that you know, let them know about this practice. Now, it doesn't have to be all about this sexy, sensual thing. It could also be a preventative measure that you could do to really detoxify. Now, if there was something that was life-changing that you knew about, you would want to know about it. So please let your men in your life know. I know there's a lot of stigma around, exploring our prostates, having any kind of pleasure, or even like, checking out anything around the anus. But I'm telling you, this is really important. It needs to be shared. So thanks for watching. Post any questions that you have down below, and